morning everyone, this is Tanish Sharma. Welcome to CU Global. Here are today's top headlines. Arvind Kejriwal steps down as Delhi CM. Atishi announced as new Chief Minister. Political stakes high as Jammu and Kashmir goes for first poll in 10 years. Pulwama district witnesses 50.42% polling. Rajpura 48.07%, Pampore 44.74% and Tral area records 43.21% votes. From wrestling mat to politics, Vinesh Fogart joins Congress, set to contest in 2024 elections. Supreme Court intervenes bulldozer actions across India, puts a temporary halt after public outcry. It's a fifth trophy for Indian hockey team in Asian Hockey Championship, defeats China by 1-0. Alright, moving to the top story of the day. After the resignation of Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal, Atishi is now appointed as the new Chief Minister of Capital. Kejriwal have offered Atishi's name in MLA's meeting, followed by mutual consent from all stakeholders. After the meeting, Arvind Kejriwal along with Atishi and other senior AAP leaders met Delhi Governor V.K. Saxena for Kejriwal's formal resignation and appointment of new CM. This all was followed by Kejriwal and some other senior AAP leaders' arrest due to involvement in liquor scam. On 14th, after getting bail, Kejriwal announced his resignation and addressed public that he is leaving everything on public to decide whether he is guilty or not. BJP have also reacted on Kejriwal's resignation and called it a political gimmick. AAP's Rajya Sabha MP Swati Maliwal have also attacked newly appointed CM Atishi. Maliwal said that it is Atishi's family who once plead to former President for mercy to Afzal Guru. Atishi is to take oath as new Chief Minister of Delhi on 21st September. Our correspondent Priyanshu Ranjan is with us from Delhi. Priyanshu, tell us, what is the update after this dramatic resignation?
Right, so Atishi is going to take the oath on 21st of September. Earlier it is said that Atishi is going to take the oath on that day and later her cabinet minister will be decided. But now it is said that along with Atishi, her cabinet minister will also take the oath on 21st of September. And Kejriwal, after resignation, now have to move out of the CM's residence and give up all his power and facilities that a CM is getting. Kejriwal is trying to rebuild the image of Aam Aadmi Party that is being distorted by the senior leaders' involvement in the liquor scam case. Back to you, Tanis.
All right, thank you, Priyanshu. Let's have a quick profile of new CM designate. Atishi, who is alumni of Oxford University and holding double master's degree, have started her political career in 2013 with Aam Aadmi Party. She started as advisor of Manish Sisodia. Later contested for Lok Sabha MP seat against BJP candidate Gautam Gambhir from East Delhi in 2019. She lost the seat by 4 lakh votes. Year later, she contested in Delhi Assembly polls from Kalkaji and became MLA. She was working as an advisor to Manish Sisodia in the education department since 2015. She helped to reform Delhi's education system, which was the key initiative by Aam Aadmi Party government. She played a major role in AAP's win in MCD elections in 2022. Atishi was handed over the charge of 14 departments following the arrest of Manish Sisodia and Arvind Kejriwal in the Delhi liquor policy case. She is going to be the third women CM of Delhi after Sushma Swaraj and Sheila Dikshit. Jammu and Kashmir is going through polls after 10 years. It's a significant move after abrogation of Article 370 to restore the democratic process of the constitution. 90 seats to go for polls. Fight for 43 seats in Jammu region and 47 seats in Kashmir Valley. The first phase is already held on 18 September for 24 seats in Pulwama, Rajpura, Pampore and Tral districts. The remaining 2 phases are scheduled on 18 September and 1st October. In first phase, Pulwama district witnessed 50.42% polling, Rajpura 48.07%, Pampore 44.74% and Tral area recorded 43.21% votes. It's also the first time that Jammu and Kashmir is witnessing an assembly election as a union territory. When Article 370 was abrogated, the state was divided into the union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Political stakes high for National Conference, Congress, BJP and PDP and many other regional parties. The fate of these parties to be announced on 8th of October. Our correspondent Radhika Chugh is with us. Radhika, tell us what's the update from Jammu and Kashmir.
After a decade, it is the first time that Jammu and Kashmir is witnessing an assembly election after the abrogation of Article 370 as a union territory. Poll goes in 3 phases. The first phase is already held on 18 September, covered 24 seats across 7 districts. The second phase is slated for 25 October, covering 26 seats, while the third and the final phase covering 40 seats is scheduled for October 5. Phase 1 of Jammu and Kashmir poll saws a voter turnout of 61.13%, which is the highest in the past 7 elections. Multi-tier security arrangements have put in place to ensure free and fair assembly election in Jammu and Kashmir. Over 23 lakh voters are eligible to vote for 219 candidates, including 19 independents in 8 assembly segments in 3 districts of Jammu region and 16 in 4 districts of Kashmir Valley.
Former wrestler Vinesh Fogart, after her retirement and disqualification from the 2024 Paris Olympics for exceeding the weight limit by 100 grams in the 50 kg category, has now entered the political arena. She is set to contest from the Julana Assembly constituency in the upcoming Haryana elections as a Congress candidate. Despite the challenging political landscape where regional parties like the Indian National Lokdal and Jananayak Janata Party have traditionally held sway, Fogart's popularity among key voter groups such as Jats, farmers, women and youth could give her an edge. Julana, a Jat-dominated region, has not been won by Congress since 2009. Her main rival is BJP's Captain Yogesh Bairagi, a prominent figure in the state's youth wing and sports cell. While Fogart's wrestling achievements make her a well-recognized figure, her political success will depend on her ability to leverage support from the Jat community, which represents 22 to 27% of Haryana's population and influences several constituencies across the state. A total of 37 seats in Haryana have more than 20% Jat population. A total of 30 such seats are in Rohtak and Hisar administrative divisions. 4 of these are in the GT road belt, whereas 3 are in Braj. These seats account for around 40% of the assembly strength. The Congress could benefit immensely if it manages to secure the Jat community's support in the state elections. Fogart's entry into politics, backed by prominent Congress leaders like Dipender Hooda, underscores Congress' strategy to appeal to Haryana's Jat voters. With elections approaching in October, the battle for Julana promises to be intense. The Supreme Court of India on September 17 put a halt to unauthorized bulldozer actions across India till October 1st. This order came in response to petitions filed by groups, including Jamiat Ulema-e-Hind, which challenged the use of demolitions as a punitive measure against individuals accused of criminal activities. The court emphasized that demolitions must follow due legal procedures and cannot be used as a form of punishment. It strongly criticized the glorification of these actions, especially when they target properties without proper legal justifications. A bench led by Justices B.R. Gawai and K.V. Vishwanathan clarified that demolitions of unauthorized structures, especially on public roads, footpaths and other public spaces, would still be allowed as long as they adhere to established municipal laws. However, the court ruled that demolishing private properties without proper legal process, even in cases involving accused individuals, was not permissible. The judges warned that if the government continued such actions, the Election Commission could be brought into the matter, given the sensitivity of upcoming state elections in several regions. The case is significant as it highlights a broader conversation about bulldozer justice in India, where the practice of demolishing homes of accused individuals have been criticized for violating constitutional rights, including the right to property. The Supreme Court also indicated that it may set national guidelines on demolitions to prevent further misuse of this policy. India wins its 5th Men's Asian Hockey Championship on September 17, defeating China by 1-0 in a close final held in China. India wins its 5th Men's Asian Hockey Championship on September 17, defeating China by 1-0 in a close final held in China. In a tight match, both sides showcased strong defense, but the crucial moment came at 51st minute when Jugraj Singh, with the help from captain Harmanpreet Singh, scored the only goal of the match. This victory marks back-to-back titles for India, having won the previous edition in 2023. Hockey captain Harmanpreet Singh was named the player of the tournament, scoring 7 goals overall in the championship. India dominated throughout the tournament, beating South Korea by 4-1 in the semi-finals, while China reached the final by defeating Pakistan in a penalty shootout. Despite China's late attempts, including pulling their goalkeeper for an extra player, India held on to their lead. This win reinforces India's dominance in Asian hockey, as they have now won 6 out of 7 encounters against China in this tournament. The victory cements India's position as the most successful team in the history of the Men's Asian Championship trophy. All right, there is a breaking news coming up from the capital city. A defamation case has been filed against CM designate Atishi. Let's know more from our correspondent Priyanshu, who is standing outside Aam Aadmi Party office.
Yes, Tanis, the defamation case has been filed against Atishi and she has been presented in the Rouse Avenue court today. But the hearing has been postponed as requested by Atishi's advocate. It is said that the BJP leader have filed this complaint of defamation against Atishi and Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal. Now, the next hearing on this matter is going to take place on 7th October at 2 p.m. Over to you.
Today, the Indian Air Force witnessed a historic milestone as Squadron leader Hina Singh became the first women fighter pilot to fly the indigenously made light combat aircraft Tejas. She joins the IAF's elite 18 Flying Bullets Squadron, making a significant moment in India's aviation history. Squadron leader Hina Singh, previously honoured with the Nari Shakti Award in 2020, is one of 3 women flight lieutenants recognised for their exceptional service. Singh has also flown the MiG-21 fighter jet and is part of a growing number of women in the IAF's fighter jet program, which now includes 20 women pilots. Singh's latest achievement took place during the prestigious Tarang Shakti exercise in Jodhpur, where she flew alongside the vice chiefs of the Army, Navy and Air Force. In 2019, Singh became the first woman pilot in the IAF to be fully operational by day on the Hawk Advanced Jet Trainer. Before joining the LCA Tejas Squadron, she served with No. 3 Squadron Cobras, flying MiG-21s at the Nal Air Force Station in Bikaner. According to ANI reports, she has recently been posted to the LCA Squadron at Nalia Air Base, Gujarat, along the Pakistan border. This accomplishment underscores India's progress in empowering women and its armed forces and highlights the significant role women are playing in defending the nation's skies. Television actress Hina Khan displayed remarkable courage as she takes to the runway at Ahmedabad Times Fashion Week 2024, all while undergoing treatment for stage 3 breast cancer. Her appearance on the ramp has deeply moved fans across the country, symbolizing resilience and inner strength. Dressed in a stunning bridal outfit, Hina walks with elegance and a glowing smile, turning her presence into more than just a fashion moment. It becomes a statement of determination and hope. Admirers, including many fellow celebrities, have applauded her bravery for participating in the show while undergoing chemotherapy. After the event, Hina posted a heartfelt message on Instagram, expressing gratitude for the overwhelming support she's received. Hina shared how her father's words gave her strength and reflected on her decision to focus on what she can control, trusting a higher power for the rest. Right after her runway appearance, Hina returns to the hospital to continue her chemotherapy, showing her commitment to both her health and career. Her courage has since become an inspiration to many battling similar challenges, proving that strength and perseverance can shine through even in the toughest times. In a recent statement on the social media platform X, Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei quoted, "We cannot consider ourselves to be Muslim if we are not realizing to the suffering that a Muslim is facing in Myanmar, Gaza and India or any other place," which highlighted the plight of Muslims in those regions, calling for global solidarity among the Muslim community. Khamenei emphasized that Muslims cannot truly consider themselves as such if they remain indifferent to the suffering faced by their counterparts in these regions. This is not the first instance where the Iranian leader has spoken on minorities in India. In 2019, he had reacted on the Modi government's decision to abrogate Article 370 in Jammu and Kashmir. The leader said, and I quote, "We are concerned about Muslim situation in Kashmir. We have good relation with India, but we expect the Indian government to adopt a just policy towards the noble people of Kashmir and prevent the oppression and bullying of Muslims in this region," unquote. India has condemned the statement made by Khamenei. Ministry of External Affairs of India responded, quote, "We strongly deplore the comment made regarding minorities in India by the Supreme Leader Iran. These are misinformed and unacceptable. Countries commenting on minorities are advised to look their own record before making any observation about others," unquote. Zimbabwe is set to cull 200 elephants as a desperate measure to address a severe food crisis brought on by an unprecedented drought. Southern Africa is currently experiencing its worst drought in a decade, affecting over 68 million people, including vulnerable children and senior citizens. The extreme heat has devastated crops and led to widespread hunger, prompting the government to take drastic action. The situation in Zimbabwe is symbolic of a broader crisis affecting Southern Africa. including Malawi, Zambia, Namibia, and Lesotho. In response, Zimbabwe has decided to slaughter elephants, a strategy that mirrors Namibia's decision last year to cull 700 wild animals, including 83 elephants. Southern Africa is home to approximately 200,000 elephants, with Zimbabwe's conservation areas holding an unsustainable population of 84,000, well above the ideal limit of 55,000. The government argues that reducing the elephant population is necessary to manage the ecological balance and support human survival during this crisis. However, animal rights advocates are outraged, arguing that elephants, like all wildlife, have a right to exist and that such measures are both unethical and a threat to biodiversity. As Zimbabwe grapples with this dire choice, the plight of both its people and wildlife underscores the urgent need for sustainable solutions in the face of climate change. Now it's time to wrap up. Keep watching CU Global.